Hi everyone and Happy New Year! For this week's video I thought it would be quite fun to do something a bit different to a usual speed build, so I thought I'd basically just go over all the last updates we've had in the past year and which ones I think are the best. The first update of the year that we got was version 0.10.4, which was basically the Valentine's Day update. This happens every single year, and in this update they added the Valentine's themed furniture and items, re-added So Sweet stand outside of the BFF supermarket, added modern and industrial themed furniture, added new windows and doors, and added wall inserts and arched panel openings. They also added player name tag visibility settings, and neighbourhood co-owners can now use free cam, which is definitely one of my favourite additions. Seeing as this was just after the New Year's update, they also removed the snow, any winter decorations, fireworks, sledding and ice skating, and of course did some major fixes as well. The Valentine's Day update happens every year, so we were kind of all expecting it, but there was definitely some really good additions, my favourite being the new windows and doors, as well as the name tag visibility and free cam. Name tag visibility for me has been really useful when recording videos if I don't want lots of name tags in the way, and free cam is really good for like tours, and it's honestly just the thing that I use the most nowadays. After the Valentine's Day update we got version 0.10.5, which added new shelves and various clutter items. It also changed plot selection interfaces and increased the resale value for recently placed objects. The update also brought some more changes and some interface and animation improvements. This wasn't a huge update, however, for example, the reselling value has been really useful for people who build a lot, and honestly I've used this quite a lot as well, and it definitely gives you some more money. And also new shelves and clutter items are definitely good for people who like to decorate their houses, especially ones with styles such as blush, which often have lots of clutter in them, and shelving. The update that I thought probably brought the most stuff this year was version 0.10.6, which most people remember as the toddler update. This added the toddler age and also added toddler and kids themed items, furniture and food. They added a Little Wheels convertible and off-roader, so kids in Bloxburg can also have their own mini cars. They also added the Marvelous Moods game pass, which I use every single day. It's absolutely amazing, I think personally. You actually don't need to top up your moods, and you never have that kind of slow mood effect or that cloud around you. With layered clothing becoming more popular to Roblox, they finally added support for that and increased the outfit accessory limits so people can have kind of more decorations on their outfit, and also allows for structurals to be resized with the scale tool, which honestly I don't think many people use, but it's definitely a good addition if you want to kind of change the sizes of structurals. This year there was quite a lot of cars, and this update saw more of it. This version was 0.10.7, which added the RB Breeze hubtop and convertible cars. They also added above the ground pools, which is great for role plays. They added a pool and garden related objects, as well as ability to colour pool walls and flooring. This is definitely good because before people were using the basements to kind of make a wall around the pool, which definitely was not convenient at all. They rebalanced the gardening and plant withering, so basically you don't need to keep watering plants every 2 seconds, which is great. I actually didn't know this until I checked the update logs, but basically the time now passes more slowly at the daytime but goes faster at nighttime because most players are sleeping. This is definitely really good because most of the role plays happen in the daytime, and in the nighttime people go to sleep, so it kind of speeds up that process and you can kind of get on with role plays more quickly. In this update they also gave new job uniforms, which definitely improved how the jobs look, and I think it made people want to kind of try out some of the other jobs as they haven't really tried them before. As always, it also came with some major bug fixes. Version 0.10.8 added boomers, fireworks, as well as ribs, skewers and slush, as well as outdoor and garden themed furniture and items. They also added the ability to quickly eat food by holding down the eat button. That is probably, again, one of my favourite updates this year, especially the eat button one. It's absolutely great for people who roleplay, so they can kind of do it normally, but people who want to just top up their moods really quickly can do so just by pressing the food once. It also added the ability to give trays, which is also super useful for people who want to give some of their friends or people who they're roleplaying with food and anything else really. We also saw the new wicker texture being added. I don't think it's been used that much, but it is kind of the standard on quite a few sofas now. Definitely a very interesting update. 0.10.9 added loads of stuff for bathrooms and also sort of like the tidiness and cleanliness of different items. So this update added new toilets and bathroom themed items and also made it possible for appliances to get dirty. They also added the ability to open and close toilet lids, which honestly I have not used a lot, but it's definitely good if you're role playing. They've also added the ability to store all items on tray in fridge. I think this is definitely super useful, especially if you're stocking up at someone else's house or you just made loads of food and you don't want to keep going back to the fridge every 2 seconds. You can put it all on a tray and then put it all straight in there, which is super useful. They also added arch structurals, which made it so much easier to do really nice entrances and not have to use other hacks to kind of get around that. The update also came with build mode edge scrolling settings as well as major bug fixes. The Halloween update this year was version 0.11.0, which basically re-added plenty of pumpkins and the orchard farm, as well as fall and Halloween themed items, foods and locations. They added popcorn and cotton candy machines, added the ability to resize pumpkins, and push carried plays in a wheelbarrow, which is definitely super cute. Also added the neighbourhood allow list setting and also raised the neighbourhood play limit to 75. This is definitely super useful, although my server barely ever completely fills up. Occasionally it does, and this 75 play limit is very useful, and I can definitely see how it's very useful for bigger YouTubers as well. Version 0.11.1 I think has got to be my very favourite update though. This was basically the pillows and the blankets update. Super useful, and it's basically stopped everyone having to use basic shapes to make all these pillows and has definitely saved our time by a lot. So this update added decorative pillows and blankets, the ability to change pillows on sofas, armchairs and beds, as well as the ability to place objects on beds with advanced placement. Once again, this was super useful for putting things like laptops on the bed, because before people would kind of put tables underneath and then put it on top of that, which honestly took a while, but you can also kind of use this update to put toys on the bed, and it's definitely really nice if you have advanced placing to do that. This update added the Transform tool, which then further led to the Transform Plus Game Pass, which is 600 Robux. In the update they also added more bathroom stuff. So they added a new shower and bathtubs, different ones, which again it's super good because we haven't had any new showers or things like that really in quite a while. They added the ability to open and close shower doors and also added a different sofa as well as the different rest interactions on the sofas and beds. They also changed the chat and did bug fixes. Pretty much the last update of this year was version 0.11.2, which was the winter update. In this update we got the map to be covered in snow as always, and it added winter and Christmas themed decorations, furniture, food and features. The part of the update that most people really liked was the gift wrapping option and the ability to carry and open presents, which made gifting to friends super easy and definitely very fun. It also added the ability to add gifts to stockings rather than them just always being empty and just on the fireplace or in a bedroom kind of doing nothing. Continuing with the theme of lots of cars being added this year, in this update they added the Board Summit XL car, which is a full-size SUV. They added the Transform Plus Game Pass, which kind of came on from the Transform update. As always, they re-added sledding, ice skating, Santa photos and Tom's Tree Lot. Of course, it also added the option for snow to fall in game, which definitely made it very festive, and to finish off the year basically added some major bug fixes. And then obviously we got the New Year's update, but that's currently happening now, so I'm not really going to class it as 2022's update, but kind of is. But yeah, in this update we basically just got the fireworks and the area in the town centre where people can celebrate the countdown and watch the firework display that Bloxburg has put on. My favourite update this year was version 0.11.1, which added the pillows and blankets. It has definitely saved my time a lot and I think it really improves builds, and yeah, that's basically what I think of this year's updates. Let me know down below what your favourite update was and what you would like to see in the future of Bloxburg. Also, I'm planning on making a movie in Bloxburg as I did last year for Home Alone, so if you want to be interested in that, make sure to go onto my channel and subscribe to have notifications on for when it posts. Thank you so much for all being here for 2022, and I can't wait for the videos that I can post in 2023 and even further on.